Good morning. I made it to Dusit Central Park. To get here is very easy. I got a grab bike, but if you don't want to do that, you can come to Sala Daeng BTS, or you can come to Si Lom MRT, and then it's just a short walk from there. The mall looks incredible. I'll show you more of it later. It's very early. It's 10 o'clock, right when it opens, because it's Sunday, and I presume this place gets pretty busy. I'm just trying to find out where this food court actually is. It's my first time, so I want to explore it on your guys' recommendations. On my last video about the shopping mall food courts, many of you told me that I should come to this one and check this one out because it's fairly new and it's apparently meant to be one of the best. So here I am. Over 17 Michelin-recommended restaurants, let's say. My expectations are high. All right, looks like I found it. You come downstairs, down the escalators, and pretty much the whole floor is it. You can already see the Michelin signs are up next to the restaurants. We'll have a look around, but I presume, like the other places, you have to top up a card, so I'm gonna do that first. Okay, yeah, like the other food courts, you do have to top up a card, which is no problem. There's a desk here where you can do it, or there's some kiosks. Don't worry, if you don't spend all of your money, you just take it back afterwards and they'll give you your money back. 1,000 baht. Today, we are rich. Thank you. Oh, it's just paper. Normally it's a plastic card. I don't know how I feel about 1,000 baht on a piece of paper. Definitely either losing it, dirtying it, or yeah. Anyway, the first thing I recommend when you come to these places, like any street food place, is you just have a look around and get the lay of the land, because you don't want to dive in and get 2 or 3 dishes from a place, fill yourself up, and then have a look a bit further around and be like, God damn it, I wish I got that. It's kind of what I do. So now what I do is I do a little walk around. So let's do that, and then we'll choose some dishes. We got 1,000 baht to spend. There is so much food here. Every Thai dish you could ever want, from pad Thai to chicken rice to stewed pork leg to noodles, chicken noodles, beef noodles, whatever you want, you're going to find it in this place. And I said that's the benefit of somewhere like this. There's a few benefits over street food. One, you have probably even too much choice. Even I'm a bit overwhelmed with how much choice there is. The menus are in English and in Chinese and in Thai, so you kind of don't need to worry about that. The pricing is very clear, which is also good. You can try multiple dishes, don't just have to have one, which is good. There are pictures. Now, normally I'm not a big fan about pictures, but you've either got pictures on places or you've got the mock-up of the food, and you can kind of see what you're getting, which is also good. Places like this are a fantastic place to come if it's your first time and you're a bit scared to try street food. It's the perfect place to come. But the other thing is you have facilities, you have aircon, you have all of the shops, you get way beyond that. You're not outside in 40 degrees, and obviously hygiene. So those are the benefits. The biggest benefit is we get to eat. So let's do that. First up is this place. As you can see, I have no idea what it is, but it's chicken noodles. Been in the Michelin guide for 4 years. And you know what? 5 years actually on their updated menu now, which is good. I've noticed this. This one has been in the Michelin recommendations for 22, 23, 24, 25, and now 26. Some of them, they stopped being in it. So what does that mean? Anyway, it's chicken noodles. I think it's a good start. I asked what his recommended menu was. I asked what the best seller was, and he recommended number 6 on the menu, which is spicy chicken, squirty egg, spicy chicken noodles with an egg. It smells really good. He was sat there picking away the chicken. A few nuts go in, fried garlic, chili. Oh yeah, I mean, it's spicy. And then chili fish sauce. Wow, a lot. That looks great. So even though this is, an indoor experience, we're still getting a little bit of the watching them make it experience, which is nice. We didn't have this at every shopping mall food court, so this is a good start. Popcorn cab. Oh, and then the broth. Yes. Oh, that looks good. How much is this? 100 baht. Yeah, 100 baht. So you just give him your paper. He'll scan it, the precious piece of paper. He'll give it back to you and it will be updated. Thank you so much. Look at that. And then we can put this on top.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Fried crispy wontons on top. if it could get any better. We won't do too many because, well, we'll do a few more. Well, we have a lot to eat today. What else do we have here? And you guys, I'll say this in the first one and the first one only, you guys should pimp it up 100%. You have everything here. No, we don't want sugar. But normally you have fish sauce, chilies, chili vinegar. I like a bit of chili vinegar in it because regardless, I like it when it's more acidic than not. So we're gonna add a little bit of that. And I think we're good to go. The seating is quite fun here. There's a lot of seating, which is good. But you have these raised decks. I'm not going to film the whole segment from all the way over there. You're way away, like 10 meters away on the 3x zoom camera. But it's bright and it's spacious. I like it. This is, you know, some of them are very cramped, but we're early. I imagine when it's busy, it's a bit different. Anyway, let's try this broth. I'll bring you back. So we've got egg noodles, got lots of vegetables in there. We've got those crispy wontons that I added on top. A lot of chicken, actually. So that's chicken drumstick and chicken thigh, which for me is the best parts. And then we have a whole egg. I presume it's going to be hard-boiled. Yeah, although very, very rich egg yolk. Looks amazing. Now, I don't normally have chicken noodles. I don't know why. Normally I go for beef or pork or seafood. I never really think about chicken noodles, but it's a staple dish in Thailand. Oh yeah, that's good. It's a touch sweet. Should have told him not to put the sugar in. I've said before, Bangkok in central Thailand, and Thailand, but especially here, is a touch sweet, especially for me. Thais love it. It's not really my thing, so I should have asked. So the vinegar is always a play. It's spicy. The noodles are really nicely cooked. Like, they have a bite to them. In Italy, or when you're eating pasta, you would say al dente. But, to be honest, chicken noodles, yes, it's about the broth. Yes, it's about the noodles. How good is that chicken? The chicken is so flavorful, it just falls apart, as I say, and together with the rest of that bowl of noodles, it all just works so well. The egg, the vegetables, the broth, the noodles, the crispy wontons. It's really, really fantastic, really enjoyable bowl of noodles. If I was just eating this, I'd be a happy boy. And for 100 baht, I say it's an absolute bargain, especially in a place like this. Huge bowl, loads of meat. What more do you want? Other than the sweetness, which is my fault, it's an 8 out of 10, easy. The fact that it was hard to stop eating, and I can't finish every bowl, by the way, apologies, that's a good thing. You should start eating chicken noodles more often. Yeah. Now, one thing you absolutely do not have to worry about in places like this, in these food courts, is food poisoning. The hygiene standards of these places is one of the big perks of eating. Even if it's not quite as good as the street food alternative, you know you're safe. You pretty much know it's not going to ruin your trip. However, if something does happen on your trip, you're going to want travel medical insurance, and that's where Safety Wing comes in, who are today's partner for this video. They're the insurance that I use for my travels. They have two plans. They have the Essential Plan and they have the Complete Plan. The Essential Plan is worthwhile for most people. It covers most things. Both of the plans have no excess, which is fantastic. You can buy it when you're abroad, which is what I did, because I realized I needed extra to what I had, so I bought it when I was abroad. So that was useful. And it's month by month, so you can stop it when you don't need it, which is fantastic. The Complete Plan essentially gives you added peace of mind, disruption, cancellation, routine medical checkups, dentistry, mental health services, you know, above and beyond. So thank you to Safety Wing for partnering with me on this video. So they definitely have places which are in other shopping malls, because we ate this one. I can't remember which mall we ate it in, but we did eat this one. But this is a good example of what I mean. They have Michelin star 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, and then behind there is 2023. So what happened? Did they not get 24 and 25 and 26? Did their standards drop, or did something change? I don't know. Same with this one here, 2022 and 2023. To me, are you really Michelin recommended if you're not currently recommended, if you see what I mean? Next up, this place. They do a whole variety of food. This is very common in Thailand, where a lot of the curries are pre-prepared and then they just serve them over rice or the fermented noodles. So that's fine. But you have all sorts of dishes. I've gone for Pad Kaprao, which is the top dish in Thailand, I would say. You're going to eat this. So I want to see if you can get a good one here. But they have all sorts of dishes, different Thai dishes. The good thing about this place is that it's prepared fresh. It's prepared in front of you, and you kind of get a little bit of that experience in the hot wok. So this is our one being cooked now in that wok. Still over a pretty big fire, to be honest. You don't normally see that in the shopping malls. Well, you wouldn't see that outside of Asia, I guess. Here, maybe you do. Cab. There you go. Flair for the camera. Oh, sugar. I should have asked. Sugar's gone in. What an error. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be good. And then in with that kaprao, the holy basil. That's what gives it the flavour. Cooked in seconds. Proper fast food. This is fast food, not McDonald's. I'm going to go 2-in-1. So I'm going for this place because, well, it's caught my eye for one, but also the display just looks so good, right? And this is the dish I want to show you. Crispy oyster omelette. You can have it with mussels. This isn't the same dish, but you can have it with mussels. But the oysters are the OG, so this is what I want to show you. This is also a really good example of where the displays are helpful. And I really like this about the shopping mall food courts because you can see what you're getting, you can see what it looks like, you can see the prices, and you can see the size. So there's no fooling here, which is great. The other thing to say is that the seafood, and if you're a little bit worried, the seafood is all on ice. I mean, it's clean. We spoke about hygiene, that's for sure. So it's clean on the inside. Everyone's working cleanly. They're wiping down. But it all being on ice is great because not everywhere serves it like that, let me tell you. All right, this one is slightly ridiculous. Both of these should be eaten warm, of course, but you're going to have to go with the fried oyster omelette. Look at the size of it. It's bigger than my head. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Right, I'm going to get into it. You can see it's just latticed on the outside, so crispy. You couldn't quite see the way she was making it. But essentially what they'll do is they'll put the pancake batter down first with the oysters or mussels, depending on what you have, or squid or whatever, onto the hot plate. And then they'll crack the egg and the batter, and they'll drizzle it over the top to make like a lattice, and then it will cook and it will cook and it will cook, dousing it with oil at each time. And it'll, oh my God, crispy, crispy. And because it's on that hot plate, it doesn't really go greasy or oily, which is obviously a bonus. So let's get into it. I put a little bit of chili sauce on top, sweet chili sauce. Top dish this, please be good. That is decent. You know what I love about this dish? On the outside, they are like dreamy crispy. They're so good. But then as you get into the center here, it becomes more like a pancake, and you get the egg in there as well. It becomes more soft and unctuous, and then you get the oysters. The oysters are cooked, by the way. If you're like me and you've had horrible experience on oysters recently, and you don't want to eat raw oysters, they're cooked, so don't worry about that. But they're like little pops of seafood and luxury throughout the dish. Textures, flavors. Again, it's another that I don't eat too often, but whenever I eat it, I'm glad I do. It's a dish that you're probably not going to find on the top 10 dishes to try when you come to Bangkok. But I think it would go on mine. Yeah, I would put this in my top 10. One that absolutely would be in my top 10, probably top 3, probably top 2, is Pad Kaprao. Now, I don't know why they've given me cucumber, but we'll ignore that. The egg has been pre-cooked, so it's not perfectly runny, but this is probably Thailand's #1 dish, not pad thai. This is eaten day to day, probably more than any other dish. I like to turn the egg over and break it onto the rice. I've gone for pork, so you've got minced pork, but you get all different types. You've got crispy pork, you've got beef, you've got chicken, you've got seafood, whatever you want, basically, you can have in this dish. But then you've got garlic in there, you've got chilies in there, you've got oyster sauce in there, you've got light soy sauce in there, you've got dark soy sauce in there. And of course, the sugar. But of course, you've got the holy basil, the Kaprao itself. It's one of those dishes where you kind of can't go wrong with it. And if you can go wrong with it, then you're in trouble. Okay. It's good. It's there's not too much to say about pad Kaprao, other than it's good, it's super tasty. I love the rice, the egg, the fish sauce flavor, and the Kaprao. It's so fragrant. I love it. But it's one of those dishes that when you live here, like me, you'll eat regularly, without doubt. When you visit, you'll come across it a lot and you'll eat it regularly. It's lighter than something like khao soi, which I saw actually, we might try later. But when you leave, of all the dishes in Thailand, this is probably one you'll think about most, because that savory flavor is so addictive, and I love it. So what would I give them? Probably 7.5 for the Kaprao. Like, it's not going to blow your socks off, but it's a Kaprao. I don't think a Kaprao can be less than 7.5. This one, I'm probably going to give, it's a very good version. We're rating it as shopping mall food court food. I'm probably going to give it an 8.5, I would say. That's higher than the chicken noodles. Is that better than the chicken noodles? I've got to give them the same. So maybe I'm going to raise the chicken noodles to 8.5 and give this 8.5. I think that's fair. I needed a little break from all of the food, so I thought I would come and check out the rest of the shopping mall. It's a great shopping mall, to be fair, and there's plenty of space, plenty of shops, and some interesting places for cool photos. It doesn't feel as crowded as some of the other malls, perhaps because it's newer, or perhaps because it's slightly off location. Either way, obviously, I'm not complaining. One of the must-sees when you come here is the outdoor terrace on the 5th floor. So not only should you come here for the food and for the shopping, you should come here for the terrace garden. It has amazing views over Lumpini Park, one of the big parks in Bangkok. But also, it's just a nice place to come out. Water features, plants, little bit of peace and tranquility in the chaos of Bangkok. Pretty cool addition, I would say. Actually, it is a really nice spot, and I must admit, the views are stunning. Unless you get high up, there aren't too many places where you can see sweeping panoramic views of Bangkok, so this one is worth seeing just for that. I spent a little time out here, soaking up the atmosphere and the views, waiting for my appetite to come back, and then it was back down to the food court to try some more dishes. Alright, I'm back downstairs into the food court. I've got to say, it's a bit of a foodie paradise, this shopping mall. There's food everywhere, down here in the basement, where we are now, on the ground floor, on the 1st floor, on the 5th floor. I think I'm right in saying, from what I see, there's more food places than there are actually shopping places. Anyway, 2 more dishes and a dessert. I think that's all my stomach can take. I think this is going to be the choice. It's called Khao Mu Boran. Khao Mu Boran Phuket. I'm thinking, I remember this name. When I was in Phuket, I ate at this place. I was looking on the menus. They did an amazing khao soi khao mu, but they don't do it. But khao mu is stewed pork leg. This is the mock-up, but you can see here, normally in a big vat, cooking away. Looks amazing. They've got trotters. They've got, let's call them innards. And they've got the meat itself. Looks so good. So I think we're going to have to do this. We'll just go for the traditional stewed pork leg with rice. But you can get all sorts of dishes with noodles. You can get the trotter, or you can just get the meat itself. But yeah, we'll go for the traditional. It's 100 baht for a small and 120 baht for a medium. If I was just having this, I'd definitely just go the medium. However, yeah, we're on the small. Ooh. Could have the intestines as well. That would be interesting. All right, the dish is set up. So, some of that stewed pork leg and a little bit of that fat. That's the best bit. stewed pork leg is so good in Thailand. You just see it in these big vats cooking away, bubbling away, and it just cooks for hours and hours and hours. And you'd think because it does that, they're all just going to be delicious, but it's not true. Some of them are good and some of them are just a bit dry. So this one looked nice and succulent, so I thought I'd go for it, and to see if it was as good as the one in Phuket. 5 years in a row Michelin star, and you can just see how good this looks. 100 baht, plus 40 baht for the intestines, plus 20 baht for the egg, so 160 baht in total. So in general, I think that's a pretty good portion for that price, I would say, for where we are. Because I know I'll get the comments saying, oh, that's so expensive compared to where I get it down my little soy in the middle of nowhere in the countryside. Of course it is. Two things. First of all, it's porky. That's kind of important when you're having stewed pork leg, right? The other thing is it's not dry, and although it sits in that pot bubbling away, they can dry out, and this one isn't. It's succulent and it's tasty. The other thing to say is it's not too sweet. It can also be quite sweet. But I put on some of the chili vinegar. That's mandatory on this dish as well. I'm gonna get a little bit of everything in this mouthful. That elevates it. Creaminess of that egg, richness of that stewed pork leg, and then those greens that are cooked, they're bitter. There's a bitterness to them, and that cuts through the richness of the pork. That's a really nice dish. Is it as good? I mean, I had the khao soy stewed pork leg there. Nothing is beating that, is it? So I'm not going to say it's better than the original, but it's a good version of stewed pork leg. I'm really impressed with in here, to be honest. Sometimes the shopping mall food courts, they're okay for shopping mall food courts, if you see what I mean. These are genuinely just tasty. I mean, I come and eat these again, for sure. Anyway, two things before we move on to the last main dish. The fat. The fat looks so good. So we have to try that, don't we? That's the best part. That's the best part of the plate. Oh my God. The flavour. And some of those intestines. Now, if you're scared of intestines, don't be. They're super tasty. And, well, oh wow. There's a flavour to them. I'm not going to say there isn't. It's definitely have to get used to that flavour. It's a strong flavour. But they're rich. But these, normally they're chewy. These just melt. Wow. That might be better than the pork leg. Who would have thought that? I'm going to eat a little bit more of this, and we'll go and get our last dish. Dessert. To be honest, guys, it's been a lot of food. I was going to have a big dish and then a dessert, but I've been trying to finish all of the dishes, and yeah, I've reached my limit. So I was either going to have another main dish and a very tiny dessert, or just go for a proper dessert. I found this place, not going to be able to pronounce the name. However, it serves something which is uniquely, or very Thai, maybe not uniquely Thai, it's very Thai. It's toast, it's bread and ice cream. Bread and ice cream is kind of the thing here, and I don't really have it, to be honest, so I thought I'd try it. But it's pandan toast, pandan bread, it's pandan custard on top, it's coconut ice cream, pandan, which is essentially, think of it as vanilla. Pandan and coconut is a match made in heaven. You've got fresh coconut on the top, and then this crunch. I'm not sure what that is. But as I say, very Thai. It seems a bit weird to us, right? Bread and ice cream. Does it work? Let's see. It works, and it's tasty. Very, very tasty. Pandan is a winner. You're gonna fall in love with pandan. That is a good dessert. Seek that one out. So creamy, rich and delicious. I know I've complained about sugar all day in my food, but in the dessert it's acceptable, isn't it? It's great. Really, really delicious. Another 7, 8 out of 10, easy. Didn't reach the 1,000, my stomach gave up before the wallet. But in the end, all of that just cost 550 baht. Great price. Great place. Might be my favorite of all of the ones I've been to so far, I would say. So if there's another one you'd like to see, leave me a comment. Let me know your favorite one. Leave me a comment. If you're new here, because chances are you are new here, 90% of you watching this video statistically won't be subscribed. So hit that subscribe button. Plenty more videos to come. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.